Hi, good morning. My name is Abhijit, and today I am going to show you how the bridge of a ship looks, specifically a merchant ship, and that is an oil tanker. So, let's start. So, this is how the bridge of a merchant ship oil tanker looks, and this particularly is an old setup. Right now, you get the integrated bridge system. So, this ship is an old ship, that's why it's having the instruments arranged differently. Starting with this, we have the telegraph, which is used to control the speed of the ship. This is the main engine RPM meter and also the main engine start air pressure. This shows the RPM at which the propeller is running, and this shows the cylinder air pressure, which is used to kick start when the engine is at stop. This is the control for the engine. So we got two telephones. This one is a normal telephone. This one is only to be used in case of an emergency, and that is when the power fails, we can still use this one. Coming over to here, it gives you the different indications of what all things are running. This is the indication for the fire and GS pump. These are the 3 steering motors. This particular ship has 3 steering motors. Coming to this is the UMS system for the ship. UMS system panel, which shows you if there is any fault when the ship is on UMS. This is the horn controller. We can set a timer and we can also use it manually. This is a PA system used for announcement, and this is an UHF used for communication. In case we are not able to reach others on VHF, we can use this UHF. So going a little ahead, we have this VHF. This is number 2 VHF without the printer, and this is the Doppler lock. This shows the feed from the Doppler lock. It shows the speed through water, and also the UKC. And these are the controls down here. This is the screen. It also shows the water current along with the UKC. So going a little ahead, this is a gyro repeater. So it's covered right now. So this is a gyro repeater. Used to see the heading of different objects. It will show us the bearing of the different objects, and that will help us in knowing whether we are heading for a collision course with that object or not. This is the demo for the gyro repeater. We have got an AIS switch here. Now this is a normal connection. It's not an AIS switch. Binocular. This is the main VHF with the printer. Always on channel 16, one VHF. This is the AIS, automatic art information system on the ship. Shows the nearby ships, their engine bearings. And this is the Benoit system for the ship, and it gives beeps at regular intervals. So coming here, this is the steering control for the ship, hand steering for the ship. It has got 2 follow-up modes, two non-follow-up modes. This is the tiller control or the NFU. This is the auto hand. We can put it right now, it's on autopilot, and we can also put it on hand. When you put it on hand, we can use the steering. This is the gyro heading right now, 292 degrees, which can be set from here for the autopilot, and of course we can steer and change the gyro heading as well. This is also a gyro repeater, which is just integrated with the steering for our reference purpose. These are the indication of the 3 motors again, which shows which all motor is running and if there is any fault with any particular motor. Below this system there are the gyro indicators. It has two gyros, and right now it is showing which gyro is in operation. Along with that, this has an magnetic heading unit, which is a digital limiter of the magnetic compass on top of the Monkey Island. So those are the two sections. Going to the third and the most important section. This is the ECDIS. This particularly is the primary ECDIS, and this particularly is a Furuno model FMD 3000. And so this ECDIS is of Furuno FMD 3000, and ECDIS are like the substitution for paper charts. And right now we don't have paper charts on this, so we have ECDIS, primary ECDIS and secondary ECDIS, two ECDIS. So this shows everything, particularly in which heading we are going, what speed we are doing, what is the course over ground, that is the actual course we are doing, the speed over ground, the current position, GPS, lat and long, and this is the route information, what all information we are following. So right now we are on a route from Singapore to Fujairah, and these are of course the distance to the next waypoint, time to go, etc. These are other settings which we can toggle as per our necessity. This of course shows the ETA, and this shows the lat long of the pointer along with the distance from our own ship. So this is the basic of the ECDIS Furuno FMD 3000, and this one is the primary ECDIS. It's not having an integrated keyboard, so we have just installed an additional keyboard. The mouse is integrated, and this is how we update the charts on the ECDIS with the use of USB on this USB connection. Coming a little to the left, we have our first radar. This is the S-band radar, and this is a number 1 radar, and this radar make use of JRC, and right now it shows our own ship position, and this is the position of a nearby boat which had occurred, the range, bearing, course it is doing, the speed is doing, CPA, TCP, everything you can come to know about this. The rest all feed we get from the GPS, that is the lat and long, speed at which we are going, heading and COG is from the GPS, heading is from the gyro compass. Moving a little left, we have the second radar, which is the X-band radar, and generally ship has two different type of radars, S-band and X-band. This is the second type of radar, the S-band radar, X-band radar, and this make is also of JRC. Going a little bit left, we have got the second ECDIS. This is also a Furuno FMD 3000. This is the second ECDIS of the backup ECDIS. Again, not having an integrated keyboard, we have just installed an additional keyboard, and it is used as a backup to the main ECDIS, which is located over there. In case ECDIS 1 fails, we can use the ECDIS 2, and of course it shows all the information that is available on the ECDIS 1. So on the table right here, we have the first DGPS. This is the DGPS unit number 1, shows the lat and long of the ship, current position. So that's the DGPS 1 which I just showed you. This is the DGPS 2. We have two DGPS on board. This is the DGPS selector switch which we can use to select the DGPS. This is a DGPS printer. Generally it's not used. And this is the nav text. It will show you any nav warnings in the particular nav area which you had selected. So you will get the nav warnings and the printout from here. So that's how the bridge looks. I'll also show you the third row of instruments. So this is basically the third row of instruments. This is the general emergency alarm. You can use it manually or automatically. This is the switchboard for the different lights on deck, and can be switched on manually. These are the lights for the Christmas tree. These are the navigation lights. This is the ship's clock. This shows the current ship's time and the UTC time. This is echo sounder which is currently switched off because the depth is above 4000 meters at the moment. This is a phone for the lift. We have got an echo sounder selector switch. That is the forward and aft transducer. Coming to this is the IGS monitor panel. It shows which all IG fans are in operation. This shows the IG pressure. Right now the ship is in gas free state, so the IG pressure is 0. And this is the course recorder, which keeps on continuously recording the course for the ships. Coming a little bit to the right, we have a barometer which shows the atmospheric pressure, and this is the fire alarm system. If there is any fire in a particular section of the ship, it will show you, it will raise an alarm and also show you the section of the ship which is on fire. And coming a little bit to the more left and more right, this is the hypermesh system. And hypermesh is generally used in engine rooms and certain locations where the hypermesh system is present. It can be also used to extinguish fire at those particular locations and can be controlled from here. Other control is in the fire control room, and the other is in the ECR, engine control room. So those are some of the bridge equipments which I had just shown, and there are some additional equipments at the back which I'd just like to show you. That is for the GMDSS, Global Maritime Distress Safety and Systems. Let's have a look. So my friend, this is how the GMDSS setup of my ship looks, and this is particularly the SATC from which we get the weather messages. That is the SATC printer connected to the SATC. This is the LRIT which is integrated into the SATC, which sends location, ship's location, and to the company every 6 hours. That is an InmaSATC distress button. And coming over here, we have the MFHF, and that's the MFHF, and this is the printer for the MFHF. That's the keyboard for the MFHF. This is a satellite phone. This is the keyboard for the SATC. That's how the GMDSS console looks. Another thing that is present on my ship is this. Actually, 2 of them are present, and this is the WeatherFax printer, WeatherFax mail printer, and it is used to print weather messages for a particular location. That is a public address system, and those two are the magnetrons for the S-band and the X-band radar. That's the printer, and that's the communication laptop for our ship. All the communication goes through from there. These are the other 2 satellite phones that are present on board, and of course these 3 are the GMDSS walkie-talkies, which are used in case of distress. We have to carry them to our lifeboats in case of distress. These are the spare batteries for the same, and these 2 are the PCs for the day-to-day work on board bridge. So I just almost forgot to show another important aspect of a bridge equipment. That is this my friend, is the LES lamp, which is used for signaling purpose. So this is used for signaling at night to draw attention of a particular fishing boat or ship at night. This is a SAT, satellite activated radar transponder. This is used in case of distress. Another one is located right over there. So there are 2 SATs on the bridge. This is the other SAT I was talking about, and that is an EPIRB on the bridge wing. So we have one EPIRB there, and there is the emergency position indication indicating radio beacon. That is to give you position in case of an emergency when your ship goes down and you have to get onto the lifeboat. That is the epoch. So this is the Agdis, and right now we are roughly somewhere in between south of India and Sri Lanka, and of course we are proceeding to Fujairah, UAE. That's the route up here, and this is the location of Fujairah. Right now current location is somewhere around here, which is the south of India, between South India and Sri Lanka. So that is how the bridge of a oil tanker looks. This particular oil tanker is in VLGC, very large crude carrier. These are generally the biggest crude carrier ships that are in operational, usually of 330 meters in length, and that is how the bridge looks. I've just shown you the tour of the various bridge equipments that are present on the bridge of this particular ship, and this particular ship is of 18 years old, and in modern ships you have modern equipments. Most of the equipments are common, which I had shown here. They just have the advanced version of those equipments on board, and there are certain one or two equipments that are additionally present on modern ships. So this was the tour of the bridge of my ship. Thank you for watching.